The sun had barely begun to rise over the misty peaks surrounding the ancient Shaolin Temple when the first alarm bell echoed through the monastery. Master Liang, a venerable monk with decades of training, stood at the temple's entrance, his keen eyes scanning the courtyard where dozens of young disciples had already formed a defensive line. From the forest beyond, shadowy figures emerged, bandits, hired mercenaries, and warriors from a rival sect who sought to steal the sacred scrolls of the temple. Armed with crude weapons, they rushed forward, believing their numbers would grant them victory. With a nod from Master Liang, the Shaolin monks moved in perfect harmony. They exploded into action, their saffron robes swirling like flames as they engaged the attackers. Brother Wei, a prodigy of the iron palm technique, shattered an oncoming warrior's sword with a single strike before sending him sprawling with a devastating palm thrust. Nearby, Sister Mei, nimble as a swallow, weaved between attackers, using the Mantis style to disable them with precise joint locks and swift counterattacks. Her movements were fluid, each strike a seamless dance of power and grace. A towering mercenary, wielding a massive broadsword, charged toward Master Liang. The old monk merely exhaled, sinking into a deep stance. With a flick of his wrist, he redirected the brute's force, sending the mercenary crashing into the stone walls of the temple. As the battle raged on, the air was thick with the sounds of combat, shouts, the crack of bones, and the impact of fists meeting flesh. But the monks remained unwavering, their training and discipline proving superior to brute strength. One by one, the invaders fell, their will broken. Seeing their defeat, the remaining attackers fled into the forest, vanishing as swiftly as they had come. Master Liang surveyed the battlefield. Though bruised and bloodied, his disciples stood victorious. He turned toward the rising sun and spoke, his voice calm and resolute. The way of Shaolin is not conquest, but balance. Let this be a lesson to those who would seek to disrupt it. The monks bowed in unison, their spirits unshaken. The Shaolin Temple stood protected once more.